the gun. Pew pew. Bang bang.
Hey, what's up you guys? Artemis Prime here doing another Marvel Legends figure review on the Marvel Legends Green Goblin figure from the Onslaught Build-A-Figure wave. This is a very cool, much older figure released by Toy Biz. There is a variant to this figure. If you want to pick that one up, it looks like this. I think it's very cool that they did release the Norman Osborn variant, which I do not have, but this is what it looks like. So pretty cool. And by the way, if you're trying to pick up the brand new Marvel Legends that are coming out at the beginning of next year, you can pre-order them at Big Bad Toy Store.
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I like this figure a lot. I think it's my favorite Green Goblin figure. I really do dig it. I really like the Sinister Six one too. I'll do a comparison with that later on, but wow, a really cool figure. Let's take a closer look at this guy. As far as accessories go, he does come with a comic book, which I'm not going to dig up right now, but he also comes with this glider over here and the Onslaught Build-A-Figure piece, which I'm also not showing. I'm just sticking to the Green Goblin stuff. I really like this glider though. It's very simplistic. Actually, I think the whole figure itself is pretty simplistic. This comes in two pieces, so you can detach it over here. I actually have mine hanging from the ceiling, you know, just like this without this base. But if you want the base, you can have it attached or easily detach it. I like how they still kept this cool Goblin-esque design with this thing. You know, it's not a really lame base. I like what they did here. And I do like this gunmetal color of the plastic. I think that's very nice as well. So looking at the glider under here, you can see they have lines for the wings, and you have these loops over here for his feet. There's no effect or anything coming out of the back of the jet, but I really like this. It's pretty basic and it looks good. But what really sets this glider apart from most gliders is the arch that we have right over here, which I think is fantastic. I think that was a really smart move and I like it a lot. So yes, I am very happy with the head sculpt on this guy. Look at that. We get the teeth sculpted in there, solid green, no paint shading on the face at all. But look at the sculpt, it looks great. And then you have his purple beanie over here. I know it's not a beanie, but I like the wrinkles sculpted in it. You get the seam going on right over here. You can even see little notches in the seam. I think that's very realistic, cool looking. This is not a pliable material at all. It's pretty stiff, even the details in the ears and everything. So I really like the head sculpt of this guy. Here it is compared to the Sinister Six Green Goblin, which is a much more realistic look. You can tell this is a mask and it has goggles over the human eyes, which I think is incredible. But this is the Green Goblin that I remember. This is what I know as for the Green Goblin. For a movie Green Goblin, I think this would be perfect though. Then comparing this Goblin figure to the Marvel Select Goblins, I don't know which one is the best. I don't know. I like all these face sculpts for Green Goblin. I don't know. Which one's your favorite? We have some nice wrinkles sculpted over here in the collar and on the shoulders of his vest. I like the stitching in the strap of the satchel. That looks very cool. I love all these little reptilian details right here in the sculpt. That is great. He has that throughout the whole figure. And in the joints too. Well, not the back of the joints, but in the front, you can see it right there. That looks great, or right in here. You can see inside the joint, he has that sculpting going on still. One thing that's kind of a bummer is that as I move this left shoulder up and down, the scales seem to get torn up a little bit. That kind of sucks. The gloves look very, very cool. More stitching right there in the seams in between the fingers. That's great. And now the left hand is holding a pumpkin bomb. Ooh, there's a lot of dust over there. Yeah, I've had the figure for a while. And you cannot remove the pumpkin bomb, but it's a very nice looking pumpkin bomb. Look at that. I like this goldish orange paint. I think that's beautiful looking. We have some more gold paint applications right here on the satchel. They even got that little bit right there and right over here. This looks fantastic, very realistic looking. Even though I don't see it possible that he's fitting a ton of these pumpkin bombs in this little satchel over here. But again, nice sculpted detail. I like the reptilian skin, and the boots came out looking very clean as well, and they're very pointy. And here's a good look at the back of the figure. Like I said, in the joints right there, they kept that texturing going. I really like that a lot. Very cool looking figure. The head moves very far up. Look at that. Yes, thank you, Toy Biz. Head moves down very far, and you can rotate the head side to side. That looks pretty good. He has ball-jointed shoulders that move up and down, and you can rotate them forward. This side's a little stiff, by the way, just to mention that. He does have a bicep swivel. He has double-jointed elbows. He has forearm articulation. His wrists move down and up. He does have finger clamping action. Even though the pumpkin bomb's attached to his hand over here, you can move the fingers up and down. You can do the same thing to this side over here. He does have an ab crunch. Moves pretty far forward and back. He has a waist swivel that is very clicky. He has T-joints right here on the hips that move outward. You can move them forward. He has an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee, calf rotation, ankles move down, up, toe articulation, and no real ankle pivot. That's kind of a bummer. He also has peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And as a note, there are no pegs sticking out of the glider, but it does stay very well. I mean, attaching these feet to the glider is pretty easy. So this guy stands at a pretty good height. He's just over 6 inches tall, about 6.5. And here he is compared to the Sinister 6 Green Goblin figure, which I do not have the glider for, as I mentioned before. This guy's just a little taller than the Onslaught Green Goblin figure. You know, it's not too bad having two of them. One of them could be Norman Osborn, the other one could be Harry. And here he is next to Hasbro's big-time letdown Spider-Man figure. So I gotta say, man, this is an oldie but a goodie. I mean, Toy Biz, man, they just rocked it. I love this figure. Had him for a very long time, and I totally recommend you go on eBay and seek him out, or find a trading community or something, but pick this guy up. I don't think he's too expensive. He wasn't very rare. I think you can get him for a pretty good price. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the review. Please hit the like button if you did. Please leave a comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.
That's crispy.
Here it is compared to the Sinister 6. Yeah.